What's up, guys? I think it's time. 12 o'clock Eastern on Tuesday. Just bear with me 1 second. Get my light turned on, restart my computer. Technical difficulties. Hang on 1 second. Let's get a restart going on here. Hello, Alyssa. See if I can get this computer restarted because my notes are on my computer, so it better wake up here. Hang on 1 second. Anyway, what can I tell you? Well, let's talk about the weather. It's lightly snowing here, first snowfall of the year. It's not even going to make a covering or anything too special, but it's kind of cool. Getting cold, it's going to be cold. And I got a great training for you today. I can share that with you. I have a few updates I want to share real quick, and then right after that, we're going to get right into a quick training, which is, interestingly enough, something that a lot of people have been asking me. And I've been having a lot of one-on-one phone calls, a lot of one-on-one conversations with people, so I figured, well, let's make a training out of it. So I think we're waking back up here. Hang on a second. There's some light. There we go. All right, bear with me 1 second, guys. And so as always, we're recording this. It records it in the page. And what I do is I download it and I email it out to everybody. A lot of people that are in this group, or I should say that are on my team, are not in this Facebook group. A lot of people, more people than I guess I initially thought, are not on Facebook, or they don't check Facebook too much. So I definitely want to make these trainings and updates available for everybody. So routinely what I do is I just download them, upload them to YouTube, and then I email them out to everybody. But there is, while my computer is rebooting here, a couple things I wanted to run through with you guys, more on like a housekeeping type level. Number one, we do have the double up promo going on right now. Basically, if you get 2 new customers, 2 new distributors, you're gonna win a pack. It's gonna include product. It's gonna include swag from the new merchandising store, which is pretty cool. The next level is if you get 4 customers and 4 distributors, you're also gonna get, I believe that's called the Vacation Bod Pack, and you get all kinds of good stuff. That's in your back office. I did put a link to that last week, and I'm gonna put that. Hey, Ren, how are you? So we can go through that, which is pretty cool. But for now, I want to also remind you of 2 other things as it's waking back up for me here. The one thing is the promotion that there's a trip. There's an all expense paid trip to Cancun. That trip is actually on March the 17th, which I know it sounds like a far way away, but it's actually only 4 months away. And in order to qualify for that trip, you do have to be qualified by January 17th, which is about 2 months. And people say, well, what do I have to do to be qualified? Well, if you're new to the group or you're just seeing this for the first time, basically you need to become what's called a life coach. Not a big deal. It's basically having 144 people on your lesser volume leg, getting a bottle of gel a month. So once again, certainly doable. We have people in Los Angeles, specifically guys in the Asian community, the Chinese community, that are basically going Diamond Ambassador in 6 weeks. I know it doesn't even sound normal or even possible. It took me 6 months to do it, and they're doing it in like the fastest guy I heard is 6 weeks. People ask all the time, well, how are they doing it? You know, what's their magic? What's their secret? And from what I can gather and what I've been told is that they run a business based on 8-packs. You know, when people want to know how much does it start, how much does it cost to start in this business, it's $1,000. You get 8 bottles, use one for you, one for your significant other. You sell the other 6 at $150, you got all your money back. But it costs $1,000 to start your business. And you do want to go on auto ship. That's it. That's what they preach. That's what they teach. Only if someone really pushes back or just doesn't have the money, yeah, they'll go back to a 4-pack. And if somebody just wants 1 bottle, we'll say, you just be a preferred customer. He's better off $149 a month auto ship. You don't need to be a distributor. And they actually take that away from them. And that's their mindset. And that's how they're exploding so quick. I think, I would have to take full responsibility and share with you guys that, for me, going after that low-hanging fruit, just wanting people to get started, it's only $200. It's only $200, right? And how many of you started only $200, right? So learn from your mistakes, right? I'm looking to people who are growing faster than I am, fastest growing people in the company. And it's about moving 8-packs and 4-packs. So for what it's worth, it's maybe something you want to, consider when you're talking to people. And how many businesses, I think we addressed this last week or the week before, how many businesses can you start for $1,000? So it's really not a big deal. But that being said, the next thing I want to talk about, the last housekeeping item, is simply January 17th in Pasadena, California. There's a huge regional training event. Going to be thousands of people there. Thomas DeLauer will be there live in person. They're going to be unleashing the brand new product that's coming out in the keto space that Thomas DeLauer helped co-create with our founder, Alexi Goldstein. And that's going to be great. As I mentioned last week, it becomes a matter of not only do you want to make the commitment that you're going to be there, get your ticket, right? Look into the flights, get your hotel, whatever it takes, make the commitment that you're going to be there. And then it becomes a matter of how many people are you bringing with you? How many people on your team can you get to an event like this? Because I'll say it again, this is a remote and virtual business. And we are very proud of the fact, guys, that this is a remote and virtual business. One of the greatest lines that I heard from Chris Kavanaugh was basically saying, when he's talking to people, is that I have something that has an upside unlike anything I've ever seen. And you can build something in a way that will not be disruptive to what you're currently doing. Will not, think about those words, will not be disruptive to what you're currently doing. It's an awesome thing to say, and it's true. So being able to take a few hours a week, sharing some videos, following up, collecting decision, what we're going to be talking about here in a second, is something anybody can do. And the value-based proposition, okay, VBP, the value-based proposition, specifically with what we do, is that if they're too busy, all they need to do is make an intro, and we'll talk their sphere of influence for them. That's called taprooting. It's called working through other spheres of influence, and it's extremely effective, especially for a busy professional who is telling you that they don't have time to do anything else. Well, of course they don't. I mean, what busy professional is going to want to add anything else to their plate? I mean, you have your family obligations, your business, your job, right? Nobody's going to want to add anything. So becoming really good at sharing in how this will, once again, not be disruptive to what they're currently doing or focusing on, and how you can help them in a way it won't take much of their time at all while they're enjoying the benefits of the product or now products. That's what we say. But so there are your housekeeping items. Hopefully I'll see as many of you as possible in Pasadena on January the 17th. But I want to get into a very quick training. I think, we have a lot of new people joining every week. We have a lot of new people getting started. And yes, there's the units. And I want to start with that. Guys, remember, now again, there's some people that may be watching this on YouTube that are not in my group. So we have a closed Facebook group called the Gel Entourage. It's only for my downline. It's only for my team. So once again, I'm happy to share all these videos for you people not in my business, but we run contests. We do different personal things. So obviously I can't add you into this group. I hope you understand. But that being said, if you are on my team and you are watching this, or you are a member of the Gel Entourage, somewhere on this page, if you're watching this on Facebook, is something called units. And you want to make sure that you run your new people through them. Tell them it's 4 units, take a couple hours, not a lot of time. It's not like 20 hours of information, but it's enough to get them onboarded and up to speed properly, okay? Very important. And you'll notice, whenever any of you bring somebody new into the team and you welcome them on Facebook, I welcome them as well, and I say your next step is to review the units on this page, just so we keep the consistency of, guiding people to what the next step is, all right? All right, let's get into it. I said I was going to give you a 3-step training on how to make money fast, how to make money now. Guys, this may be old news to some of you if you've been around for a while, or you may be hearing it for the first time, or maybe you've been around for a while and this is something you just need to hear. But there are 3 ways and 3 ways only that we build our business. That's it, okay? We just covered the fact that it's a remote and virtual business. We're not dragging people off every week to a hotel meeting, an opportunity meeting. We're not bringing people, to some home party, setting up products like it's, Mary Kay 1984 or Amway, right? We are running a professional business. We're exposing a business opportunity. Always lead with the business, okay? And you want to pique people's interest. But how do you pique their interest? You pique their interest with the product, but then you immediately talk about the business. There was some confusion on that, and I wanted to take a few minutes and explain that. We talk a lot about attraction marketing. We talk a lot about what to post on Facebook, how to do social media marketing. And in fact, I did a training in Connecticut, in Foxwoods, about a week and a half ago, and I broke it all down. I have slides, I have a presentation, and hopefully one day later this week, I want to do that for you guys. I want to replicate that training. I'm going to do a Zoom, and yes, I will, push that live feed here so you guys can either join on Zoom or you can watch it here on Facebook. But the point being, I want to duplicate that training because it's a very important topic. I've also signed up for Ray Higdon's 14-day challenge. I'm not personally doing the challenge. I'm not making a video every day because I don't need any more cold leads right now, but I'm attending the training every day and I'm taking crazy amounts of notes. In fact, I just answered my own question. I'm going to wait until the 14 days are done so I have all of Ray Higdon's notes, who's a beast when it comes to marketing, specifically social media and specifically network marketing. And I'm going to revise my training on social media to take some gold nuggets from Ray, and then I'm going to do that training for you guys, okay? So that means I'll be doing that one day next week. But that being said, I think the simplicity is where people lose it. You pique somebody's interest, you send them some information, and you collect the decision. When necessary, there's a 3-way call. What's up, Dave Petrowski? So you understand, guys, it's the formula doesn't change. People say, well, how is it growing so quick and all that? Guys, it's the simplicity because anybody can duplicate that. Anybody can replicate that. You pique their interest. Hey, have you heard of the gel yet? Nah, what gel? What's that, right? Oh, man, you got to check this out, man. I got this little video, 2 minutes long. When can you watch it, right? Well, text it over. Great, I'll call you right back, or I'll call you tomorrow. I'll call you tonight after work, whatever. But you want to set the follow-up. What do you send them? Now, this is the specifics. So step 1 is you pique their interest. Step 2 is you send them information. Guys, if you have the app, send them a video from the app, right? The little 2-minute video, it used to be 3 minutes. It's actually shorter now. It's a teaser. You understand? It's designed to make them have questions, or it's designed to say, it's not for me, I'm not interested. Great, because if that's their answer, you want to know, and the faster you know, the better. It's a matter of, being efficient with your own time. So shoot over the little teaser video. Here's where it's different. Here's where things have changed over the last month. What about when they want information? What about when you follow up and they have questions? Well, before, what we used to say is just pop them on a 3-way call. That's not effective for 2 reasons. And it took me a year and a half to figure this out. Number 1, most people are going to be a little bit hesitant to get on a call with a complete stranger. Well, let me get you on, and by the way, some of you are just completely screwing this up. Oh, let me get you on the phone with my upline, with my sponsor. No. Get those words out of your vocabulary, okay? Number 1, after they see the 2 or 3 minute video, the intro little teaser, when you follow up with them, and yes, it should be with a phone call, you simply want to tell them, okay, get their, ask them what they thought, right? In the sense of, remember the question? I don't know if you saw the training from last week. Be positive, but ask them, what did you like best about what you saw? Run through that. If you didn't see that training, that's posted from last week. But here's the idea. When they have questions, and a lot of times they will, they're going to want more information. I think what you should send them, and what has been working amazing, is my opportunity presentation, which is a 20-minute quick recap overview of where this company came from, where we are now, and where we're going. It's in 20 minutes. So here's why that's the next best step. Because before, what I was doing is saying, immediately get them on a call with me, immediately get them on a call with me. And 2 things were happening. A lot of you were getting pushback, and people didn't want to get on that phone call with this unknown person who was going to try and close them and sell them something, right? Or I found myself saying the same thing over and over and over and over, where I got sick and tired of hearing myself. What I was doing is I was recapping where this company came from, where it is now, and where it's going, and adding my personal story. Well, guys, I already did that, and it's recorded. It's recorded, and it's on YouTube. So what I'm going to do is below this video, I know hopefully most of you have the app. If you don't have the app, you can still use getonthegel.com. That's that first little teaser. So remember, let's recap. You pique their interest, you send them a video from the app, or getonthegel.com. I'll put that link below. You follow up with them, right? What did you like most about what you saw? Blah, blah, blah. Looks great, but I have questions. Great. Then at that point, you want to send them my opportunity presentation. Say, listen, I have a little bit more information. It's going to answer most of your questions. Go ahead and check it out, and we'll circle back. Show them, give them the link, YouTube link. It's a 20-minute video. When you follow up from there, if they still have additional questions, if they're not ready to get going, and by the way, what we're finding, all these new people you see getting welcomed into the group, it's because they're following this process. They're piquing interest, send them a little 2 or 3 minute video, send them the follow-up video, which is 20 minutes. 90% of the people either want to be a customer or distributor. Done. If they still have questions, that's when you want to bring me in, if I'm your upline. You want to say, hey, you know what? The guy you saw in that video, why don't we get him on a quick call? Because he can answer any questions that you have. And, I'm still kind of new to this. I don't really know all the answers. But why don't we go ahead and get Brian on a call and see if he can answer any questions you have and see what you want to do. That's it. Then you bring me in for that 3-way call, okay? Now, let's talk about that 3-way call. There's 2 different ways you can schedule it. Once again, if you have the app, you add me as your upline helper. You only have to know my username, which is tryhdhnow. You click the button. You immediately request a call. So you just hung up with somebody. They saw, and again, guys, don't put me on a call with somebody if they only saw that 2-minute video. Why? Because I found that it was a colossal waste of time for you, for me, and for the prospect. Because they've only seen 117 seconds worth of information. They're going to have all kinds of questions. What about this? What about that? What about that? So I found that I was answering the same questions over and over and over while explaining the history of the company, while explaining my own personal testimonial, both with the product and with the business. So give it to them in a condensed 20-minute recording. It's going to be the same thing I would have said anyway. So if they pass that next hurdle, then they get on a call with me, there's about a 99% chance they're going to join us. They just have a few outstanding questions. We're going to get them answered for them, and they're going to get started, okay? I'm very proud to say that let's be fair, 90% of people I speak to on a 3-way call join the business, either as a customer or a distributor, and we certainly need and want both, okay? So that's how we do that. Now, if you don't have the app, or if you don't need that 3-way call for a day or two, or, oh, yeah, they said they'll talk on Friday, you want to use my scheduling app. I have a Calendly app. It's an app that has a direct link in my Google Calendar, which syncs with my computer. It syncs with my phone. You just talk to your prospect, hop online, boom, 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 click, 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 and you can book your 3-way call, okay? I'm also going to put that link below for your reference. Again, if you guys are watching this on YouTube or somehow you got on my email list, I can't do three-way calls if you're not in my downline. I'm sorry, but my time is limited. I have to reserve that for my people in my group. Once again, I hope you understand that, okay? So that's how you want to do that. So I was specifically going back and forth with Lynn. Hopefully you're watching this on the replay, Lynn. I know you're working today, but this is exactly what I wanted to talk to you about. And I thought, what a great training. What a great quick recap for the entire team that all we do to grow our business, the 3 ways to make money. You simply pique somebody's interest, show them some information, which in this case is getonthegel.com or a video from the app. Send them some follow-up information in the form of my opportunity webinar, which is 20 minutes. Then they're collect a decision. If they're not ready yet, pop them on a call with your upline or with me. You could easily say, let me get you on a call with the guy who made that video. We'll get all your questions answered and go from there. Schedule a 3-way call. Use the app. If not, use my calendar link. Wash, rinse, repeat. How fast can you do it, guys? That's it. That's all we do. I wish I could tell you there was some type of magic. I don't go to doctor's offices. I don't participate in the commercial program trying to sell our gel in bulk on a commercial program to doctors or chiropractors. I don't do that. I don't set up booths at trade fairs and trade shows and try and, sell people that are just walking by at some trade show. I don't do that either. I don't talk to cold contact strangers and just try and hand out my card to every single person. I don't do that. I believe in working through your warm market. I believe in working through your sphere of influence and really targeting who you want to talk to about this business. Because most of you, in the contacts in your phone and the people that you're connected to specifically on Facebook, you have more than enough people to build this business. Now, if you completely run out of people, as they say, there's a million different ways you can go after new people. And there's a lot of different, that's another talk for another day. But I firmly believe if you're honest with yourself, if you scroll through your contacts, you go A to Z, you're going to find there's a lot of people in there that you haven't even talked to about this yet. Okay, so it just becomes a matter of overcoming your fears, learning what to say, getting comfortable with how you say it, and recognizing that in the beginning you're going to completely trip up over yourself and, say the wrong thing and stumble and bumble and stutter, and that's okay. Because if you're willing to go through that, on the other end is success and greatness, and that's all it is. So guys, I told you I'd keep this short today. I hope that's helpful. If you thought this was helpful, if you're watching this on live, tag your teams who need to hear this. If you missed it, you tuned in late, go back and watch it from the beginning. It's 3 steps. It's 3 steps. It always has been. It never will change. The only thing that changes is a few things on what we're showing people, okay? Now we have that 20-minute video, the opportunity presentation, which has been working awesome. So use it, grow, and until the next time, you guys have a wonderful day. And as always, God bless you. I'll talk to you guys soon.